Most people assume luxury means sorted. Spend £55,000 on an SUV and you've bought yourself out of the problem. Sometimes that's true, but not always, because right now some of the most badge-heavy SUVs on UK roads are quietly destroying their owners financially. Engines failing at 10,000 miles. Some of these SUVs are depreciating 60, even 70% of their value in 3 years. These aren't budget gambles. These are the 7 worst-selling luxury SUVs in the UK right now. 7. Alfa Romeo Stelvio. On paper, the Stelvio is one of the most compelling luxury SUVs ever made. Beautiful to look at, genuinely thrilling to drive, and packed with Italian character that no German rival can replicate. The problem isn't what the Stelvio is. The problem is what the Stelvio is worth the moment you drive it away. What car reliability survey named it the fastest depreciating luxury SUV in the UK? It retains just 37.7% of its value after 3 years. To put that in real money, a 2024 Stelvio Veloce that left the showroom at £53,120, sold at auction with 274 miles on the clock for £32,500. 274 miles. The car was essentially brand new and had already lost over £20,000. UK sales are in freefall. The Stelvio fell 32% in the first half of 2025 and failed to crack the top 50 sales list in Italy, its home market. When Italians aren't buying an Italian SUV, something is structurally wrong. Stellantis ownership has brought quality concerns, shrinking trim levels, and a level of uncertainty about the model's future that no premium buyer should have to deal with. The Stelvio hasn't become a bad car, it's become an unreliable investment. Buyers at this price point expect their money to hold some of its value. The Stelvio takes that expectation and dismantles it systematically. Stunning to drive, devastating to sell. 6. Infiniti QX60. Most people in the UK have never seen an Infiniti dealership. That's not an accident. The brand has been quietly retreating from British roads for years, and in 2026, they're down to just 2 models, the QX60 and the QX80. The QX60 starts at around £52,000. That's not a budget purchase, and for that money, you're buying into a brand on life support. The QX60 was supposed to be Infiniti's volume seller. Instead, it became a cautionary tale about what happens when a manufacturer abandons what made them credible. Infiniti dropped the smooth, proven V6 that owners trusted and replaced it with a 2.0-litre VC turbo 4-cylinder, a variable compression engine that sounds innovative on paper and has proven problematic in practice. Infiniti is Nissan's luxury division, the same relationship Lexus has to Toyota, and that corporate tie matters here because Nissan and Infiniti were forced to recall nearly 500,000 engines for bearing failure. And the dealer network situation makes everything worse. If something goes wrong with your QX60 in the UK, finding someone authorised to fix it is a genuine challenge. The service infrastructure simply isn't there anymore. Parts availability, warranty support, trained technicians, all of it thins out when a brand is shrinking this fast. Resale tells the real story. Used QX60s are sitting on forecourts because buyers aren't confident the brand will exist long enough to support the car. And that's the honest reality here. Buying a car from a manufacturer that might not be operating in the UK in 5 years isn't just a risk, it's a financial gamble with the odds stacked against you. 5. Maserati Levante. The Levante is gone. 2024 was the final model year and Maserati pulled the plug on the entire lineup. The Levante started at around £72,000 new, and when a model at that price is discontinued, the used market doesn't just soften, it collapses. Dead models have dead resale, and the Levante's resale was already in serious trouble before the axe fell. Over 3 years, the Levante loses 72% of its value. That's around £36,000 per year, evaporating from a car that was supposed to represent the pinnacle of Italian luxury motoring. You can now pick up a 2023 Levante for roughly 30% of its original price. A 6-figure car is now trading in economy territory. But depreciation isn't even the worst part. Owners on Maserati forums have documented engine seizures at 10,000 to 14,000 miles. Not 100,000 miles, not 50,000, 10,000. One owner received a £24,000 repair quote. Another owner was hit with £25,000. Maserati voided one warranty by claiming the oil filter wasn't changed correctly on an 18-month-old vehicle. And then there's the service network. In the entire United Kingdom, there are approximately 12 authorised Maserati garages. 12. For the whole country. One owner reported their car sitting at a dealer for 3 months with no resolution. So here's where the Levante leaves you, with an engine that can fail catastrophically, repair bills that approach the car's current market value, and almost nowhere to get it fixed. You can't even get it repaired if something goes wrong. And something will. 4. Land Rover Velar. The Velar arrived in 2017 looking like nothing else on the road. Low, sleek, architectural, it redefined what a Range Rover could look like. The design still turns heads in 2026. The ownership experience, however, tells a very different story. What Car's 2025 owner satisfaction survey found that 46% of Velar owners reported at least one problem with their car. Nearly half, on a luxury SUV that starts around £55,000 new. The most common faults aren't obscure: non-engine electrics, 12-volt battery failures, and engine issues that between them left over half of affected owners without their car for more than 7 days. A week in a courtesy car is not what £55,000 buys you. Car Edge, a vehicle data and cost of ownership platform, ranks the Range Rover Velar among the worst luxury vehicles for resale value. The used market has absorbed years of reliability data and priced the Velar accordingly. Private buyers know the ownership record. Dealers know the ownership record. Everyone knows except the person standing in the showroom being told about the panoramic roof and the Pixel LED headlights. The Velar isn't a car without merit. The interior is beautifully designed, the ride is composed, and on a good day it feels exactly what it's supposed to be. But the used market doesn't reward good days, it prices in the bad ones. And for the Velar, the bad days are well documented, widely reported, and consistently expensive. 3. Jaguar I-Pace. The I-Pace was supposed to be Jaguar's reinvention. A bold, all-electric SUV that announced the brand's future louder than any press release could. When it launched, it won awards, generated headlines, and peaked at 17,000 global sales in 2019. By 2024, production had ended. JLR quietly withdrew it from UK sale, and the market had already moved on long before the announcement came. 5 recalls since 2023. Every single battery fire-related. The solution Jaguar offered wasn't a fix in the traditional sense, it was a software update that capped the battery charge at 80%. You bought an electric SUV with a usable range, and the manufacturer's answer to a safety problem was to permanently reduce that range. That's not a resolution, that's a workaround. The forecourt situation tells you everything. Brand new registered Jaguar I-Pace models are sitting on UK dealerships at £38,495 with no buyers. Not used cars with high mileage and questionable history. Brand new ones. The market has made its verdict absolutely clear. An EV pioneer that genuinely shaped the industry conversation and then got overtaken by every competitor it helped inspire. The I-Pace proved Jaguar could think boldly. It also proved that thinking boldly and executing reliably are two entirely different things. The buyers who needed both walked straight past it. 2. Land Rover Discovery. The Discovery built one of the most loyal fan bases in British motoring. For decades it was the benchmark, genuinely capable off-road, genuinely usable as a family car, and carrying a heritage that no rival could manufacture overnight. In 2026, that heritage is the only thing keeping the conversation going. iSeeCars, a vehicle data and analytics platform, forecast a 60.9% value loss after 5 years on a car that starts at around £57,000 new. That's not just depreciation, that's a market telling you it has serious reservations. What car flags a patchy reliability record, with suspension and electrical faults appearing consistently across owner reports? For a car at this price point, consistent faults aren't a footnote. they're a pattern. But the deeper problem is one Land Rover created themselves. The Discovery now sits in a lineup that includes the Defender and the full Range Rover family. The Defender takes the adventure buyer, the Range Rover takes the prestige buyer. The Discovery sits between them with no clear lane of its own. Its own manufacturer has made it irrelevant by building better. Alternatives around it. Used buyers sense it, private sale prices reflect it, and dealers discount it. The Discovery hasn't become a bad car. The engineering is still serious, the capability is still real, and long-term owners still swear by it. But in a market where every pound spent on a luxury SUV is scrutinized, buying a car that its own manufacturer has quietly outcompeted is a risk that's increasingly difficult to justify. 1. BMW X5. The X5 is the luxury SUV Britain knows best. It's on every school run, every motorway, every executive car park in the country. The badge carries genuine weight. The driving experience is genuinely accomplished, and financially, it is one of the worst decisions you can make in the UK luxury SUV market right now. 5-year depreciation sits at 56%. A fully loaded X5 purchased at over £80,000 is worth around £35,000 in 5 years. That's £45,000 gone. But depreciation is only the beginning. Average annual maintenance runs £1,166, and that's routine servicing only, nothing major. Over 10 years, regular servicing alone is estimated at £19,460. The moment something serious breaks, the numbers get genuinely frightening. An alternator that costs £400 on a Toyota costs £1,200 on an X5. A water pump job that's £600 on most cars runs £2,000 at a BMW dealer. That cost reality keeps used prices suppressed because experienced buyers know exactly what they're walking into. BMW pushed aggressive lease deals to move X5 inventory £1,000 down, £700 a month on some trims. When those leases ended, thousands of 2- and 3-year-old X5s flooded the used market simultaneously, crushing resale values further. Add electronics that fail expensively, infotainment screens going black, sensor malfunctions that cost thousands just to diagnose, and the full picture becomes clear. UK registrations for the X5 dropped in 2024 as the used market became saturated and buyers began migrating toward newer rivals. The X5 is the most recognisable luxury SUV on UK roads. It's also one of the most expensive cars you can own once the showroom shine wears off.